Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? I guess we're getting.
Are you serious?
We're getting very serious,
Are
aren't
you
we?
serious?
Oh boy,
Are you serious?
they're messing with
I
us
guess
now.
We're getting.
Very. Are you serious? Yeah, I guess we're getting messed with. Yes, last night's broadcast was incredible with Mike from around the world. Incredible. Lots of people got saved, and 23,000 people saw the show, but it was pulled down. It was pulled down. Well, the devil doesn't want you to know the truth. And so, good news, we had a backup plan. We also air Thursday night shows at our website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. So you'll be able to go and watch the entire show. Actually, it started like I don't know, 30 seconds or so, or a minute. I think you'd lose the first minute of the show. It starts with me playing the song, my brand new song, Everybody Talks to God. But you'll hear then you'll watch it. You'll watch the entire show. How do you get there? I'll tell you about that in just a minute. First of all, noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. That's right. We're in the last days, and every thing you can imagine is going to come against the church, going to come against conservatives, going to come against Christians, going to come against Israel, going to come against Jewish people, going to come against just about everybody that stands for anything that is good. And noblegoldinvestment.com wants to be sure that you take care of your retirement funds, your 401k. You might need to roll that over into a gold IRA. If you do, if $20,000 or more into a gold IRA, you'll get this brand new, beautiful 3 ounces of pure silver, the American Virtue silver coin. It's got Thomas Jefferson on the front. It's the American Virtue silver coin. It's 3 ounces of pure silver. Just go to noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Or pick up the phone this morning and call Colin Plume at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell him Pastor Paul Begley sent you there. All right. So last night's show with Mike Rouse. So can I watch last night's show? Alex asked. Yes. It's at my website only. YouTube took it down. YouTube took down last night's show. And so the only way you're going to see the show is to go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. We're not sure why they took down the show. We just don't know. But we just know this: they took it down. Maybe they don't want you to know about what Mike and I had to talk about, or maybe they just don't want you to go to the webinar. And we believe that probably that's it, that they just don't want people watching that show, understanding, and then knowing that there's this big webinar all weekend. So we think that's why they took it down. Now, 23,000 people did see the show. I mean, there's Erickson. I was looking for it. Everybody's like, wow, I can't find it. Some people said they were watching it. They were halfway through it, watching the replay, when all of a sudden it just went down. That's right. They took it down. But good news is our Thursday night shows are simulcast. So you can watch them. You can watch it at my website. So it's real simple. You didn't miss it. You didn't miss a thing. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Let me show you what to do right here real quick. And if I was at my Florida home, I could actually walk you through it, but I can't do that here. So here's what I'm going to do. Let me help you here, okay? Last night's show. Yeah. If you go to paulbegleyprophecy.org/unfiltered, but really the best way to do this, guys, is right here. Mike Around the World's last night's show is only at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.org/unfiltered. Or just go to my website. Go to paulbegleyprophecy.com. Or just go to paulbegleyprophecy.org, which is the same thing. Go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. When you get there, at the very top of the show, or at the very top of the page, it says Paul Begley TV, right at the very top of the page. Click on that. That'll take you to a screen that says YouTube videos or Paul Begley Uncensored. Click on the Paul Begley exclusive uncensored content. You click on that and it takes you right to it. And at the top, it has all these uncensored broadcasts. The first one's blank because that's waiting for the next show that I'm going to air on there, which is Sunday night. The next one, uncensored, you see me there with the American flag behind me because I was on the set here at the Salvation Station. You can see me. I'm wearing a blue shirt. I'm sitting in front of the red, white, and blue flag, and click on it. That's it. Watch the show. You won't miss it. You'll hear the entire thing. It's at my website. So if you want to watch the show, but YouTube did take it down, and they never explained why. They just took it down, which is really rare. They have taken down our broadcast before over the 12 years that we've been on, maybe a half a dozen times without explanation. So it's a very rare thing, about once every 2 years. I just assume that it's because this is such an important program and that this webinar is such an important webinar. So thank you, Beautiful Story. It's Publicly Prophecy /unfiltered. And yeah, if you go to publiclyprophecy.com / or I think it's publiclyprophecy.org /unfiltered, that takes you right to all the uncensored programs. And you'll see, let me just go there and look at it myself. I wish I could show it to you, but I don't have that ability. I don't have my YOLO system here in Indiana in my office down here. I have it at my other one. But let me just pull it up real quick just to look at it myself. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So if you go to publiclyprophecy.com or publiclyprophecy.org, you'll see my homepage. It'll tell you need to get your ticket. Got to order your ticket for Overcoming Evil. They don't want you to know about it. They don't want you to know about this webinar because they know it is so powerful. It's the most important information exposing evil that we've ever done. When you get there, though, go to public. Everybody do that right now. Open a tab right now if you want to with me. Open a tab on your computer and go to publiclyprophecy.com. Click it. Okay. Now, right at the very top, it's the homepage. It says Paul Begley TV. Right at the very top. See the top lines? Home and About and Prayer Center. Paul Begley TV. Click on Paul Begley TV. The next page says to the left, it says visit our YouTube channel. Well, you don't want to do that because you're not going to see the show there. Then it says on the right, view exclusive content. That's the one you want to click. Click on that. View exclusive content. Click. When you do, it takes you to Paul Begley Uncensored. Now I want you to look over to the right-hand side. You see the top one says Paul Begley Uncensored. That's the broadcast that's going to air Sunday night. It hasn't aired yet. Right below it, it says Paul Begley Uncensored. That's the show from last night. You see me there sitting in front of a red, white, and blue flag. You click right there on that Paul Begley Uncensored, and I pop right up on the screen for you. There I am holding my phone. Got the Bible in front of me, Fiji bottled water, got the American flag behind me. It is last night's show. And if you click on it, right in the center,
Everybody talks to God.
then I start talking and I play the song. Everybody talks to God.
He was saying grace over a Tuesday blue plate special when the man in the next booth said, "Don't you watch TV? Don't you know that God's a myth? I hate to see you waste your breath. There ain't no use in you talking to a ghost that don't exist." The praying man said amen and looked up from his plate and said, "You may not talk to God right now, but there's gonna come a day. If you're a farmer in the field for the rain, or you curse him at the gravesite, 'cause he called a loved one's name. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Yes, you are. Whether you believe in him or not. In the end, everybody talks to God. The man in the booth went quiet, 'cause he didn't have a comeback. So he shrugged it off and paid his tab. He shuffled out the door. And the praying man, he prayed for the man who drove away, hoping he would see the light before it got too late. But how was he to know he touched an unbeliever's soul? Got that conversation 2 red lights down the road. If you're a farmer in the field, praying for the rain, or you cursing at the gravesite, 'cause he called a loved one's name, you can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not. In the end, everybody talks to God. Everybody talks to God. You can thank him, you can blame him. Either way, you're gonna face him. Whether you believe in him or not. 'Cause in the end, everybody will talk to God. Everybody talks to God. We all talk to God. In the end, everybody talks to God.
Okay, so that's from last night's show. You will be able to, that's the song, called Everybody Talks to God. But if you want to hear last night's show and watch the entire program, it was taken down on YouTube. I think that, okay, so here's what I want you to do. It wants me to donate to get to the story. I don't understand that. It wants me to donate to get to the story. No, if you go to my website, you don't have to, you can watch this for free at my website. You can watch this broadcast for free if you just go to my website. So YouTube took it down. There's nothing I can do about that. They just took it down. It was seen 23,000 times, but we also aired it on our website. So if you go to paulbegleyprophecy.com, go to paulbegleyprophecy.com, or just go to paulbegleyprophecy.org/unfiltered at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com or paulbegleyprophecy.org. Either way, click at the top of the homepage. It says Paul Begley TV. And it'll take you to a page that says YouTube content. You don't want that. Exclusive content. You want that. Click that, and it would take you to what's called Paul Begley Uncensored. And look over on the right-hand side. You'll see boom, boom, boom. And the first one, there's nothing there because that's going to be Sunday night's broadcast that will air there. But the second one is last night's broadcast. And you'll see me there. It doesn't say my front of the book, it just says Paul Begley Uncensored. But there I am sitting with my blue shirt on in front of the red, white, and blue flag. Okay? and you'll be able to go there. Now, I think the devil doesn't want people to hear last night's show for sure. And that's because I don't think the devil does not want you to know about the webinar. Doesn't want people to watch that show and then go and buy the ticket. Because if he doesn't want you to know what Mike said last night, the devil definitely don't want you to hear what Mike had to say on the webinar. I got this morning when Heidi told me that people were already calling and that emails were already flying. What happened last night's show? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I was watching it. It got taken off the air right in front of me. I don't understand what's going on here. What did YouTube do? Thank God. Now, do you understand now why we've been saying for about the last year, so important that everyone knows how to go to our website? Because, it's very, 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 very possible that there's a day coming when the only place you'll be able to watch my broadcast will be at the website, because the censorship is so angry, especially with preachers who are telling people that Jesus is coming back and that the evil of the world is taking over, and that the beast kingdom is rising, and that we're sharing with you the truth about these last days. And though I've been very, very careful, and I am going to remain very careful to try to follow the guidelines on YouTube, it's been very difficult when you don't even know when the goalpost is moving. It's hard to stay on the field when the goalpost is moving. It's hard to hit field goals. It's difficult. We've been shadow banned on several of the other networks, and even removed off Vimeo, and it's difficult. And I'm not the only one having problems. Everybody that does what we do to tell you the truth, especially those who tell the truth, are finding it more difficult. So last night's just a prime example. So here's what we're going to do. This is why you need to know where my website is. If you're a follower on YouTube of Paul Begley Prophecy, and maybe you have, or for Pastor Paul Begley, and you have followed me for 12 years here on this YouTube channel, 245 million views without ever being monetized. Do you understand what that is? Does anybody out there understand? I've never been monetized. Could you imagine how much? It's a question. 245 million views. What if I had been monetized? It'd been a whole different, I'd have a different life. Okay? Never monetized. Why? They said my content was not advertisable friendly. Yet they put advertisements up there all the time. But I don't get the monetization. It doesn't come to me. It's not mine. So I've run this ministry for 12 years off the support of you. Simply 100% off the support of our followers. And so we knew that we've been on that we're up against it. And we knew that, it becomes more difficult all the time. But you guys have been so faithful. Thank you. Thank you. I want to bring you the best content, the best information. And these webinars, that's my way of doing it. See, I would just put it on here and let you watch it here. And if they monetized me like they should be, then you'd be watching it. I'd be monetized. I'd take care of the speakers. We just keep flowing right here. They're not going to let me do that. So we have to set up separate webinars. We have to ask you to go and watch them there. We have to ask you to contribute to them there so that we can make this ministry run, so that we can send the blankets to the people that are sick and then hear back about the miracles that they were healed, so that I can give altar calls and get people saved, 50, 60, 70, 80, sometimes 100 in one show, so that we can tell you where we're going to be preaching in different churches and conferences, so that we can be. I'm going to be preaching 3 nights on national television for Jim Baker on the PTL network, July 4th, 5th, and 6th. None of that could ever happen if it weren't for you. I could not get this message out. We couldn't get this information to you except for you. And so last night, good news, you'll be able to watch the show. It's at my website. Just go there and watch it there. But do something else for me. If you haven't got the ticket for the webinar, get the ticket and watch the whole webinar. Watch what it is they don't want you to see, the whole webinar. Or make a donation. Give a donation. Here's what I always say. When the devil comes out of my case, I do two things. I take up offerings and I give more altar calls, because those two things the devil hates. And last night, he hated that people got saved, and he hated that people were buying tickets to go to the webinar. So you think that's going to stop the work of God? I've been preaching now for 38 years. And the devil's tried to stop me for 38 years. I mean, he's thrown everything he's got at me. He's still throwing stuff at me. But we're still standing. My wife and Heidi and I have been married for almost 40 years, and we've been in ministry for 38 years, and we're still standing. Because we got partners. We got brothers and sisters in Christ. We got you. Thank you. So do this for me today. I'm going to put something up there for you. If you need to get a ticket, you can call. Let me just give you this. There's a couple phone numbers you can call, because it's going to get busy. It's already busy. People are ringing the phone off the hook already. So here we go. You can call this number for tickets. You can call 765-414-2230. That's, of course, the main number. Or you can call 765-414-6299. All right. This is let's just put that up there for you, because I think that'll really help you. Okay. So you can call to get your tickets, or you can go to the website and order your tickets. Okay. So let's do that right now, and let's take care of that. I think that this webinar is so powerful. Boy, the devil doesn't want people to, he don't want you to get your tickets tonight. Also, you can watch the entire Mike from Around the World broadcast at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. It is there, paulbegleyprophecy.com. I apologize that they took it down here on YouTube. I don't understand why they did, but I want you to be sure. That tonight, the webinar begins as a beautiful story says, Overcoming Evil starts today at 6 p.m. Eastern. So you want to go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com and get your tickets. You know, it is we're in the last days. We're in the stretch run now. And so we're only 8.5 hours away. 8.5 hours away from this webinar. Are you serious? That's insane. We're this close. Somebody shout, because we're this close to the coming of the Lord. And we're only 8.5 hours away from the webinar, Overcoming Evil. I'll be right back with some news and information in just a moment.
I saw a black man with a Bible and a sparkler in his hand. He was holding a tent revival and running a fireworks stand. He said the end of the world is coming, so you better get on your knees. Today bottle rockets 2 for 1, but salvation's free. He said, I quit my job at a big church where the milk and money flowed to sell cherry bombs for Jesus in a tent beside the road. I ain't in it for the money, no cars they pass on by, but I paid the rent on New Year's and 4th of July. Here at the Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, fire brimstone, Mission Temple fireworks, and he said fireworks are dangerous, they can blow up in your face. Better read the instructions, light the fuse and get away. These things are made in China, so it's easy to see how man who worships Buddha ain't got no guarantee. This is the Holy Ghost, Big Bang Theory, Pentecostal, fire brimstone, Mission Temple fireworks stand. Here we go! He said, everything I'm selling, it's all going up in smoke. This world is like an atomic bomb, it's ready to explode. When the trumpet sounds and the Lord comes back, I promise you one thing. I'll be a human bottle rocket, and I'll go out with a bang. I'll leave this Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost! Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory. Pentecostal. Fire brimstone. It's Mission Temple fireworks stand. I'll leave this Holy Ghost. Holy Ghost. Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory. Pentecostal. Fire brimstone. It's Mission Temple fireworks stand. Mission Temple fireworks stand. It's Mission Temple fireworks stand. Oh, that's right.
Okay, that's on our CD, The Journey. Oh, yes, that's on our CD, The Journey. Our new CD is coming out very soon, Harmonize and Prophesy. I played you one song from it already on this broadcast. That's Everybody Talks to God. All right, guys, I'll let you go. I'll be back. There's a lot of breaking news out there, so I'll be hanging with you all day right here on this YouTube channel. If you want to hear the show from last night's Mike Around the World, it is at my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. If you need to get your tickets for the webinar, go to paulbegleyprophecy.com or pick up the phone and call these two different numbers. Call the number 765-414-2230 or pick up the phone and call the number 765-414-6299. All right. God bless all of you. I'll see you in just a little bit with more breaking news on this, the coming apocalypse.